These are 7 rappers who checked their ops. First up, we got Gucci Mane. This dude did something nice for this rapper named Ola Runt back in 2019. Gucci wanted to help him out in the rap game, so they worked on a few tracks together. Pretty cool, right? But here's the thing, bro. Ola didn't show no respect for Gucci. They were on Instagram Live, and Gucci mentioned that he might finish up one of their tracks soon. Now, when someone like Gucci, who's higher up in the rap game, gives you an update, you should be like, yeah, bro, I got it. That's how you play it smart. But Ola had to go and say, hey, don't keep saying Mike. I need you to do that.
Yeah, I got somebody. I might do that feel like you walk tonight.
And don't keep saying Mike, man. I need you to do that, man. FaceTime me.
Now, I ain't no expert on rap or labels, but I know Gucci Mane ain't gonna let that slide. He immediately started scolding Ola, telling him how he never listens. Ola tried to brush it off by saying they shouldn't talk about it on Live, but Gucci shut him down, saying he don't care about that.
Nah, you be on that bullshit, like you act like you can't listen. But now everything some music, but you ready to do the music though. And they tell you anything else you talking about. You tried me earlier, you told the folks what you told me.
Nah, man,
that
we don't
really
lie.
Strong. I really felt tried.
Nah, we ain't gonna do all that on Live, man.
I was gonna tell me, hey, run the business, don't try to run my life.
And you know what happened next? Gucci Mane straight up dropped Ola for not listening and being disrespectful. Since then, Ola's career has gone down the toilet, man. It's a lesson learned. You don't mess with Gucci Mane, cause he keeps it cool. But he ain't gonna take no disrespect. Y'all know this list ain't complete without the 50 Cent and Gunplay fight. I wouldn't even call it a fight. I just say it was 50 Cent teaching Gunplay how not to get involved in beef that doesn't concern him. Sometime in 2012, Rick Ross and 50 Cent started beefing with each other. Why? Ross said 50 Cent looked at him funny, and he ain't like that. Well, that sounds like a questionable excuse. It is what it is. And anything goes in the hip-hop industry. So that stare caused years of beef between both rappers.
Real is beef by pulling pistols. That's what beef is. Okay. You understand? Real is put, if it's gonna be beef.
However, 50 Cent seemed to be angry at Rick Ross because he was a correctional officer. By that, I mean cop. Police! Ricky Blue! Alright, let me quit playing. The thing that made this crazy is because he was also rapping about narcotics. And during this period, Gunplay was under Rick Ross' MMG record. So he had some sense of loyalty and duty to the rapper. Eventually, the loyalty would nearly cost him his life. That's crazy. It was the BET Hip Hop Award in 2012. 50 Cent, alongside 8 guys from his G-Unit group, were walking into the event. The rapper was supposed to perform live and was on his way to the show. That was when he spotted Gunplay. Before then, Gunplay had been throwing dabs at him, so the fight was gonna happen one way or another. But it wasn't supposed to happen the way it did, because Gunplay was terribly outnumbered. Gunplay had the option of going the other way and avoiding the group, but instead, he chose to stand like a real G. His own words, not ours. And fight against 8 men. In a matter of seconds, 50 Cent's guys had thrown Gunplay across the small gate and were dealing him blows. He tried to fight back, but he could only knock down one of 50's guys after the cops intervened. After the brawl, Gunplay realized his MMG chain was missing. Then, in a video of 50 Cent bowling after the award show, the necklace was spotted on his neck. And if that wasn't enough, he also used it in one of his music videos. And in the hip-hop community, when a man loses his necklace in a fight, it's similar to him losing his manhood. So in essence, Gunplay had lost his dignity and pride. Although he tried to defend himself by saying the necklace fell to the ground during the fight and none of them picked it up. But we all know what really went down, man. If Gunplay had just gone the other way, he would have retained a little pride. When 50 was asked about the MMG chain, he claimed that it was made by a jeweler for the music video. Of course he wasn't gonna snitch on himself.
At a bowling, he had that video, and when he was asked about it, this is what he had to say.
MG chain in the major distribution video. Yeah. Where did that come from?
It came from a jeweler. Jewelers, they made it, and
Then sometime in 2015, Gunplay came out and said he respects 50 Cent and only got into that fight because of his loyalty to Rick Ross. But the shame already happened, and there's no coming back from that. But you could come right back to that subscribe button if you forgot. I mean, only if you're enjoying the video, bro. Hit that subscribe button. Now let's get on to our next beef. Next up, we got Offset and King Yella. Listen up, man. A real dude never lets anyone disrespect his girl. He's gotta make sure she's safe and shut down anyone who trash talks about her. That's exactly what went down between Offset and King Yella, this rapper from Cali. Back in 2018, King Yella dropped a diss track on Offset called The Cardi Truth. He straight up used the beat from Offset's Ric Flair drip track. In that song, he was talking all disrespectful about Cardi, saying she wanted him and all that. But that's not cool, man. You can't be rapping like that about somebody's girl and stealing their flow. So what did Offset do? He FaceTimed the dude and threatened to whoop his ass with his whole crew. He wasn't messing around. After that, Cardi herself had to call up King Yella and tell him to stop using her name for clout. She asked why he was spreading lies about them getting it on when they didn't. And let me tell you, King Yella couldn't say a damn thing to defend himself. They managed to squash the beef and move on with respect. Sometimes you can't just stay quiet and let your enemies run their mouths. You gotta step up and put them in their place, showing them that you ain't someone to mess with, or else they're gonna get messed up. Next on the list, we got none other than Lil Tjay versus Top 5. This happened sometime in 2020 when Lil Tjay was in Toronto, Canada for a show. But apparently, the alleged owner of Toronto, Top 5, was angry that the rapper was in his hood without asking for his permission.
Fod right here! Fod! Fod! Them GG's got you! Fod! Fod, you fucking goof! Come to the corner, then! Stop doing it for the camera! Come to the corner! Come to the corner! Come! TJ, walk on! Fod right here! Fod! Fod! Them GG's got you! Fod!
So Top 5 whipped out his phone and started recording Lil Tjay and his crew. He asked the rapper to come around the corner if he was so sure of himself. Instead, Lil Tjay started dancing to the camera, further annoying Top 5. Afterwards, Lil Tjay went on his Instagram page to indirectly mock Top 5 by posting videos with his fans inside the mall in Toronto. Then, the rapper posted a screenshot of a conversation Top 5 had with someone asking what would it cost to headline Lil Tjay's show. It turns out that the reason Top 5 was mad at Lil Tjay was because he was turned down by the rapper. Well, that explains a lot. Although both rappers didn't have any physical altercation, things could have gotten bad real fast. One thing that's missing in the rap scene is empathy. And that's why these stars are always at each other's necks, man. In 2017, Lil Uzi Vert had to show one of his ops who the real boss is. Uzi was having issues with his record label and went on a rant on Twitter. Rich the Kid quoted the post and said, "That's why you should have signed Rich forever." Now this came off as disrespectful to Uzi, and he responded with, "Boy, I'm not signing for 20 racks." This should have ended on Twitter if Rich the Kid was sensitive to the situation. But he went on to the cruise show some days later, and the host asked him if he'll sign Lil Uzi Vert. He said not right now due to personal reasons, which triggered Uzi. So he took a picture of him holding a crab and tagged the crab as Rich the Kid. Rich then went on to release a diss track for Uzi. Some months later, both rappers were supposed to perform together in Philadelphia. Uzi spotted Rich on the sidewalk and came down from his car to press him. Shortly after, Rich confronted Uzi at a Starbucks, and after a little brawl, Rich the Kid was spotted running on the streets away from Lil Uzi Vert. Straight track star. After the performance, Rich went on his Instagram Live, bragging about how nothing happened, despite the video evidence of him running away. Lil Uzi Vert, of course, checked him and put him straight in his place. YK Osiris is next on the list, but he wasn't the one who did the checking. He was the one that got checked. Osiris somehow got popular in the rap scene for owing so much money. And we wonder why the rappers kept lending him money knowing he'd pay anyone back. In November 2021, he bumped into Lil Baby at a jewelry store, and that was where he was asked about the 5 bands he owed the rapper. Turns out, he's been on Lil Baby for over 5 months, and he just tried to laugh it off.
I can't wait to get to. I can't. You right now. He's so funny. He's so funny, man. I made a rap go up and down. You up right now. Don't worry about it. Man, this is so rich, man. Wait on your next hit. Nah, let me tell you how you rich you. Nigga, you don't even bother me about that. Only wait on your next hit.
As if on Lil Baby 5 bands ain't enough, he also owed Drake 60 bands. But Drake let him go after making a public show of the rapper by asking him to sing a song.
You owe me 60 bands, and you have to perform the song right now in the crib. What are we talking about? What are you talking about? I'm giving you an out. I'm not Baby, I'm not Boosie. You don't owe me no 2 rags, 5 rags. You owe me 60 bands. I'm playing the song right now. You ready? I need a full. You don't owe me no money right now. I swear, I need a full performance though.
Osiris later revealed on Instagram Live that he had no friends in the industry because he always had money issues. Well, let's hope he gets his head in the game and his finances straight. Next up, we got Lil Durk and the Game. What ticks off about this beef is that it was originally a fight between Durk and Tyga.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Malaya Black China just don't tell. I said, what a stripper swallow. Malaya Black China just don't tell Tyga. It was a disrespectful bit of a comment too, like.
Okay, so he took offense to that.
Yeah.
So when Tyga featured the Game on a track and Game dissed Lil Durk, we all knew trouble was coming. In his verse, he said, Tyga hit me like Durk dissing. Dirk Nowinski? Durk who? Never heard of these. There was no way Durk was gonna let that go. So when he saw Game at a club, he and his crew pressed Game and his crew. They shouted at each other, ready to bring down hell on each other.
Yeah, he did the diss track.
Yeah, no, actually we did it first.
What's that?
Yeah, we did it first because we squashed in the studio like, all right, just shout me out type.
Oh, okay. Okay. He heard the song.
Yeah.
Before it came out.
Yeah, it ain't out yet.
It ain't out. Exactly.
A day after that, the Gang went on Twitter and said they had squashed their beef, and Lil Durk confirmed it.
He got offended, and it kind of makes sense for him to get, feel a certain type of way. That wasn't a surprise to you. So y'all got together and talked about it?
Yeah, the same day we was in the studio like, he like, shout me out, I got you. I'm like, I got you.
But the Game didn't feel satisfied. So he went on an interview and said he and his crew tracked down Lil Durk and let him go because he was a little man. Of course, Durk didn't appreciate it and tweeted, "He found me, LOL, WTF." Afterwards, he didn't say nothing about the issue and just let everything die down from there. It's always fun to hear about rappers checking their ops, especially when the ops think they've got game. Sometimes you gotta teach people manners and show them how to keep their mouth in their own business. We don't endorse violence, but we endorse teaching your ops valuable lessons. Speaking of rappers beefing and getting in trouble, if you haven't seen YNW Melly's reaction to his court case, watch our other video. YNW Melly reacts to his death sentence. Peace.